the main factors that contributed to overcome the obstacles, the effort by Egypt and Qatar, along with the American role, that we may say that forced Israel to move forward instead of stalling or the extension of the first phase and not to move on for the second phase. Thanks to the talks in Cairo that announced that they might have a release of alive prisoners or bodies in return for the Palestinian people who are in jail. And this would lead to move forward through the second phase instead of the installment by Israel of not entering the process of the second phase.
Mm-hmm. So, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has rejected linking the hostages exchange to the end of the war. How will this be reflected on the second phase of negotiations from your point of view?
I think that would reflect negatively. The only sole people on the hand of Hamas is the captives. So Netanyahu wanted simply to release all the hostages instead of vowing to have the full withdrawal agreed upon in the 19th of January. So no one has have a reason to give the whole cards into the hands of his enemy and to agree of all these things. Netanyahu wanted to have the full release of South Africa and go back to continue the war in Gaza and not to withdraw from the Gaza Strip as he did in Lebanon, and that he vowed to withdraw and rejected later on. This is the sole scenario played by Netanyahu. He wanted to get all the gains, get a free release of the prisoners, to have a presence in Gaza Strip and appease the far right in the coalition. Unfortunately, and this was due to the limitless support from the new Trump administration.
Now, regarding Israel's refusal to allow the Palestinian Authority to govern Gaza, what are the potential consequences of this, and how does this align with the U.S. President Donald Trump's plan?
Naturally, there is a full integration of what Trump requested of displacement of Palestinian and with what is Netanyahu is doing. He is realizing that the return of the Palestinian Authority or the president of Hamas means protecting the cause alive. Therefore, any Palestinian person, either from Hamas or any authority, wishes to the continuation of the Palestinian presence and opposing the American plan of displacement of the Palestinians. The point is why Netanyahu insisted to reject any Palestinian administration, either it is affiliated to Hamas or others. So remember that Netanyahu tried to establish what is mean the personnels of the tribes, and this plan was opposed by the Palestinian and Hamas, and therefore Netanyahu will try to obstacle any Palestinian entity, particularly if the Palestinian Authority would mean the revival of the two-state solution and has only one opportunity and chance, which is in the Gaza Strip or Gaza.
Now, Senator Lindsey Graham has said that there is not much support in the U.S. Senate for any American involvement in Gaza's administration. What are the key concerns driving this reluctance? What are the key concerns driving U.S. reluctance, as stated by Senator Lindsey Graham, who said that there is not much support in the U.S. Senate for any American involvement in Gaza's administration?
Absolutely, it is a great progress if any American presence directly in Gaza, either administration or troops, is with the highest stakes. Look into the previous experience, and particularly in the half of the 80s in Lebanon. Therefore, some of the senators, particularly the Democrats and the Republican senators, have a great concern of the American proposal of the depopulation of Gaza and pose more threat to in the region. These are reasonable concerns as they contradict the international law and could be named as war crimes, as a threat for the very historical area in Palestine.